Hi guys, this is your classroom piano enthusiast, and I'm going to be talking about this little thing called the piano. Show him the piano. Crazy. Contrary to popular belief, this instrument is actually a percussive instrument. The only thing that makes people confused is these things called the strings. So there are hammers, and whenever a key is played, the hammers hit the strings and they make sound. Yeah. Alright, so we hit the keys with our fingers and whatnot. There we go. And before we even sit down the piano, we have to first check where we're seated, because we don't want to be too close, but we also don't want to be too far away. So what I do, if you want to learn piano and want to start, I grab my fists and I punch. And if I hit the backboard and my back is still straight, then I'm ready to go. So the things with the piano, obviously we play it with our fingers, so we want to make sure that when we have them here, they're all even. And the way we check that is put our hands together, and then on our knees, like here. Now, or on a tennis ball or any small ball that you have at home, and then you lift them, and if you can see, my fingers are all even. If I have them straight, my middle finger is longer than my thumb. So when I curve them, they're all even, or the same length. So when we put on the piano, none of them are competing for any space, and they're ready to go. Now our back, our posture, is very important as well. We don't want to be slouched over on the piano. We don't want to be too far back. We don't want to be leaning on one side, one foot on the piano, or on keys. We don't want that ever. So our feet are always on the ground, in the middle of the piano. Fingers are curved. Now our arms are relaxed. When you're moving, arms are relaxed. Shoulders as well. We don't want to be too tense, but we also don't want to be too loose. So relaxed, arms are relaxed, shoulders, everything. Our wrist is even the whole time. We don't want to be below the keys. We also don't want to be above the keys. And then we're ready to play. Now that we talked about posture and hand positions and everything, we can now actually start playing the keys. So in the piano, we have white keys and we have the black keys. They're not just random, but they also have names. So when we start, we learn the simplest one, middle C. So the way I like to remember, you have the groups of two and groups of three. Now there's the group of two, and the one to the left, that's your C. Now the next one is D. Now shout out to Kieran, who taught me that it looks like a dog, because D stands for dog and whatnot. So then we have the group of two, and then to the right is E. Now if you're starting to see a pattern, then you're right. They follow the alphabet. So if we go back a bit, we find A, and then B, then C, then D, then E, and then, you guessed it, F, and then G, and it's not H, but it's A again. So the piano has a pattern of notes that are the same. So there's all the A's, all the B's, C's, and all the other notes as well. Alright, so now that we know our notes, we can move on to simple exercises. So if you want to learn the piano, and I recommend you to do so, there are many exercises that we can do, and the simplest ones are scales. So scales are when we go up and back, starting from a certain note and then ending on the same one. So here's an example. We have the C scale. So here's C that we talked about before, and I'm going to do a 5 scale, a pentascale. So we're going to go up 5 and then go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then left hand can do the same thing. It mirrors the fingers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after doing them alone a couple times and building muscle memory, we can put them together. And then you can do the same thing for other keys as well. Now sometimes it's going to sound a bit wonky, so we have to adjust some notes, and that's when we get to use these guys up here. So in the D scale, for example, you have to go up to a black key. Same thing with E. We use 2 instead. F, G, A, B, and C again. Now after scales, there are a little bit more complex exercises that we can do. So sticking with the key of C, we can skip some notes, and that's what we call arpeggios. And go down as well. helps using skipping fingers, and that helps the movement of our fingers, and also crossing over. There's some songs that you'll be able to play that require you to cross over and back, and it's all about practicing going back and forth, like something like that. These are my hands. They're the beautiful instruments that play the instrument. So we don't just put random fingers on the piano and expect them to play immediately. We have numbers for them. So I like to put my hands together like I'm gonna pray, and then the ones closest to me are my number ones, my thumbs. And then the next ones, my index, are number twos, and then my middles are number threes. Please don't hold them by themselves. Number fours are ring fingers, and pinkies are fives. So when we put them on the keys, we can play ones, twos, threes, fours, and fives. And we can stack them on top of each other, skip some, and then we can start doing exercises that'll help us move through each one. Wait, what do I say now?
Okay, well,
He's stealing your seat.
We have our fingers, we know our notes and everything, so now we can start doing simple songs. So, and talking about different genres. So some songs you're gonna have simple notes, one at a time. And then we can stack them on top of that. And then break it down even more. More fun pieces. Now the notes that make up the simple melodies, we can take some away and we can add some into it and then get a different style of music. Even from here, we have all these notes, and we can move into another key and add another one, and then we get a new style. The previous one was classical, and this one is bossa nova. Things. Let's see, where should we go now? We can move up, going down, and then we get back into classical. Alright. Oh, hello. Alright. So, I've talked about a lot about the piano and the keys, but I've never been able to talk about my influences and people who have encouraged me to play the piano. So I'm here with friends who have helped me, and I've had the privilege of playing with them, and through the direction of Mr. Parker over there. Yeah, Mr. Parker. There he is.
Cameo.
Over there. Yeah, cameo for Mr. Parker.
Cameo.
Oh. Any words of wisdom?
Stay in school.
Stay in school. Yeah. Yes. And Mrs. Cameron as well, who has let me accompany the choir. She has encouraged me a lot, practicing and getting to listen to singers sing, like these guys. And from there, I learned how to play along with many people. So she's helped, and these guys have helped a lot. Another influence is a good friend of mine. Wait, oh, there we go. Mr. Bergen, who is not here with us, but weekly he comes in and he helps us. Me, Gussie, and other accompanists, and talk about the piano and our lives and how different styles of music are played. So he's accompanied many orchestras and bands, and he shared his wisdom with every single one of us as well. So very thankful for both of them. All right, this is a piano, not just any piano. This is a grand piano. So the cool thing is about grand pianos. Is that these are very big and very long. So, yeah, a person is very small on the piano, but it's very big, and it makes the sound resonate. So go ahead. Yeah, so it fills up more room. Here's an upright piano with a more comfortable chair than the one out there. You can lean back on it too. And certain pianos, like an upright, are more fitted for certain types of music, like gospel blues. So there are many benefits to playing the piano. Not only do you get to learn a lot of great music and work with many great musicians and meet new people, you also have you get to develop many skills, piano playing skills, fast fingers, fast reaction time, and also learning how to multitask, where you can play and talk at the same time, like I'm right now, and even drink water.